Well, I'm here with Cassadee Pope tonight as she gets ready for her show here at the East Room in Nashville. Cassadee, tonight is all about celebrating your return to the pop punk genre. So how are you feeling leading up to this pivotal moment?
It's exciting. I mean, the welcome back to the genre has been really sweet. I'm kind of always taken back by the amount of people that said like, "Hey Monday" helped them through so much, and that we were an influential band to them. I mean, the girls that are opening the show tonight, Sierra Annie and Natalia Taylor, both like listened to Hey Monday when they were little. So it's just cool to know that we've influenced people now that I'm back doing it. That people are accepting of it and excited.
Yeah, we're so excited for this era of your journey. We can't even tell you.
Thanks.
So you did mention you'll be playing songs from all the eras of your career tonight. So we're definitely expecting some headbangs. Mm-hmm. Have you done anything to prepare your bulge disc?
Nope. I will have to limit myself to like maybe one or two headbangs tonight.
Okay.
I do like physical therapy and everything. So that's like, for the rest of my life, I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
But I'll probably when I headbang, I do this thing where I kind of leave my head down for a sec, so that I don't do the whiplash thing.
Okay.
So that's like
Impact
essential.
Absorption.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that should help the disc.
Awesome.
Thanks for that, though.
Yes, of course. gotta look out.
I know.
So we can't tell you how excited the fans are for tonight. There's like a buzz in the air. It feels like we're welcoming our homecoming queen back to her rightful throne. So can you tell us why the genre feels like home to you?
I mean, it shaped me. You know, I was 17 when I was actually 15 when I got my first record deal with Drive Thru, and I was doing, pop rock at that time too. And then when I started Hey Monday, I was 17, and it's just like, that band and that genre in general has just, it shaped me. It made me grow up really fast. There's a lot of beautiful moments. There's a lot of really hard things that happened. And I just, especially with When We Were Young coming up next year, it's just been really therapeutic and healing to like connect with the guys again and just talk about the band and what we want to do moving forward. And just in general, I just feel like the whole experience has been like a big therapy session. It's pretty cool.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice.
So when you reflect on the journey of getting here, do you have any decisions that you regret or anything that you would rethink?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole voice thing was like a decision out of desperation, which I'm here for a reason. I'm grateful for everything, but like that was a stigma that I haven't been able to shake. I feel like when you do one of those shows, it's like attached to you, and it's like, oh, you're the person from The Voice. When before The Voice, I had like all of these other things that I did and touring and stuff. And again, so grateful for that show. But I might have like maybe tried a few other things before going that route.
Yeah. Wow. I honestly wasn't expecting you to say that. Yeah. I appreciate you being so vulnerable.
It's like it was an amazing experience, but like it's definitely one of those things that it opened so many doors, but I don't know what it would have been like had I just grinded it out and did it a bit more of an organic way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's also like the mentality coming from the band world too. It's
yes.
like there's no right or wrong way to make it. You know, it's just at the time that was what I felt like I needed to do.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I have to say thank you again for sharing that with us. I've never heard you say that in an interview before. So, yeah.
It's a little controversial probably, but
well,
it is what it is.
Anyone who's familiar with your career knows you faced a lot of setbacks specifically related to being a woman. So even though the genres that you've worked in have been different, and they sound really different people, I'm sure, what is something, do you have similar experiences as a woman in most spaces?
Yeah, actually. Again, like the festival stuff, in country music, it's rare to see a woman headline a festival, and there's usually not that many on the festivals, and I've noticed that a bit in rock music as well.
I think the similarities being a woman in both spaces are just the fact that there doesn't seem to be as many opportunities as there are for men. I think it's there's a band that wants to go on tour and they end up bringing their friends who are men, which totally get, but like there's not like a more of an intention behind like maybe we should employ women, or maybe we should, like, because we all need that, like that financially, exposure wise, everything, like to be brought on tour is such a huge accomplishment. And I think people just they just say, hey, bud, do you want to go on tour with me? And then that's the end of the conversation. So I wish in both spaces there was a bit more intention behind, bringing women on the road.
Yeah. So, it seems like you've had to stand up to for what's right a lot in your career. So did facing gender inequality in music kind of bring you to where you are today as a social activist?
I think so. I mean, back when I was 18 touring and stuff, I just a lot of times I had my head in the sand with it all because I just wanted to just go ahead and do the thing and hopefully become successful. And I just didn't have the knowledge or the tools to really know how me being the only woman on these tours was bad.
Yeah.
I think I had so much internalized misogyny back when I was that young that I thought that was cool. Oh, I'm the only girl, I must be so special. And now I'm like, ugh. I would be like, can you bring another woman? I don't want to be the only one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like it informed me later. I think once I started learning more about social injustice and just, across the board, it's it made me think about back in the day when I was in Hey Monday and when I just doing the country stuff. It just made me really be like, wow, I didn't know what was happening. And I either I did and I just shut it out, or I just didn't really think about it. And now it's once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah. And so even just tonight, I wanted there to be women. I wanted, and I try to employ women in my teams and my digital team and, marketing and everything. So I try my best to, right those wrongs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to say, as a team of mainly women, we really appreciate you giving us this opportunity to develop our interview skills and our social media skills and all of that. You're doing it, even in how you interact with fans, you're supporting women. So we really appreciate that.
Of course. You're killing it.
Thank you.
You guys are doing great.
So we have to ask, are there any causes that really have your heart at the moment that you want to share, spotlight?
Yeah. To Write Love on Our Arms is a great organization. They help people with recovery, with self-harm. They help with addiction. So they provide resources and therapy and all of that. I love them. I love Unlikely Heroes. They go in and rescue people from sex trafficking and give them basically a brand new life and have homes for them and schooling and again, therapy. I also love Hands on Nashville. I'm here in Nashville, so I love how they give you different ways to volunteer. They just basically give you a list of things that are happening in town. And you can I've done the thing where you just bring groceries to people so many times. It's such an easy thing to do, but so important. But they have a lot of things and tornado relief right now, of course. I love GLAAD, of course, big ally of the queer community. And I think there's a lot. But yeah, those are probably top of mind right now.
Thank you for bringing all those up. I'm sure it means a lot to the people who are impacted by your work. So thank you.
Of course.
So we've had Wasting All These Tears, Cassadee's version on repeat. The new sound is very edgy and bold. I'm obsessed.
Thank you.
Obviously, Cassettes love any Cass and Alex collab, but we're curious why you wanted to work with him for this project specifically.
I had been working with him on a few other songs for the record. So he produced a song that's going to be on the record that I wrote with Alan from 4 Year Strong. And I was like, dude, you could kill this. Let's produce it together. And then he's done some mixes for some other songs on the record. So I just thought, you know what? I can't think of a more full circle way of redoing this song that changed my life than with somebody that toured the world with me and created this sound with this band that was just so monumental for me in my life. Yeah. So I just knew he's killing it. He's doing sync stuff, but he hasn't really done, a production on a bigger, more well-known artist project. And not that I'm that big of a deal, but I was I don't know, maybe this will help your catalog grow and maybe people will see that and hit you up to work on their project. So it was just sort of a mutually appealing thing for us to do together.
Yeah. That's amazing. It definitely feels like the circle is complete. After departing from Hey Monday, exploring country, you're kind of coming back, to the genre with a former bandmate and reworking a country song. It feels really there's meaning behind it all.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So we noticed your aesthetic has also been very edgy and bold, just like the music lately.
Mm-hmm.
I have always loved how you use your style to kind of express your musical energy, and it's really cool to see your fashion reflect your music over the years as it's changed.
Thank you.
So I have to ask, like, what's inspiring you lately as you redefine yourself as a pop punk act? Like, how are you redefining your aesthetic, your visuals, you know?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I just put on what I feel good in at that time. Like sometimes I feel like I did like the cargo pants with like a crop top for so long, and I don't know, I'm like kind of getting a bit away from that and doing more of like a leggy situation. And I don't know, I think it's just like I love fashion, and I think that it's obviously an expression, but I also when I, like you said, when I have certain kinds of music coming out, like this is like a more edgy sound, I want to feel like I embody that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think over the years it's changed. I've always sort of leaned on the more edgy side, even when I was doing country.
Yes.
Even from like dyeing my hair to like, you know, the tattoos and stuff. But I feel like I've always had that through line. So just like depending on how I'm feeling, how far I push that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the looks lately have been awesome. I love
you.
the People I Love Leave makeup looks.
Thank you.
That was a great video, by the way, and we're loving all the new music. Can we expect any new music coming up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am almost done with the record.
Okay.
I actually have a couple too many songs, so I need to figure out how to condense.
Okay.
But I've got a couple of features on it that I haven't announced. But I'm really
Features.
excited.
That sounds exciting.
I'm actually going to announce one tonight. It's Aaron Gillespie from Under Oath.
Cool.
He was going to come sing the song with me tonight, but unfortunately he's having oral surgery right now, so he
Okay.
can't make it. But
Okay.
his voice will be in the track. I was like, okay, we got to get you in the track then.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely a new album, and yeah, probably a couple more singles before the album. But
Amazing.
yeah.
We cannot wait.
Thank you.
Okay, if you could sum up this chapter of your journey in 3 words, like where you're at musically right now, what would they be?
Oh God. Bold. I guess edgy and free.
Wow. You know, it's so interesting because when you were asked a similar question when you were like transitioning out of Hey Monday and like into your solo stuff, you also used the word edgy. So
Oh God.
yeah, so it's so funny. Like you're staying true to yourself. Like
Yeah.
Cassidy's, you know, still there. You know,
she's
it's
been
amazing.
there.
Yeah,
She's like taken a few different shapes over
Yeah.
the years, but
yeah. I just like that. Like I just remembered like
That's
you
so
saying
funny.
specifically that. Like like Katy Perry, but a little edgier.
oh wow, yeah. God, I remember that era.
Yeah.
I remember that era.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Didn't quite catch, but you know.
Well, as you're exploring this, you know, new chapter of your life, we noticed you're also delving into acting lately.
Yeah.
How's that been?
I love it. I love it so much. I haven't gotten a job or anything, but I've been in acting class for about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
And it's a great community here in Nashville. A lot of people who are really serious about it, and I've always like tried to incorporate it into my music videos because I did theater as a kid. I just like loved singing and acting on stage in school, and a little playhouse in West Palm that I did. I did Phantom of the Opera for like a few months when I was a kid. So like I've always loved it, but I've never pursued it because music was always top priority. Didn't think I could take time away from it to do it.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like I'm at the point in my life where I'm going to be really mad at myself if I didn't at least try.
Yeah.
And the great thing about acting is there's a part for every age. So it's not like I'm in a rush.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get better and better. And yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, that's amazing. We hope to see Cassadee on the big screen sometime soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Well, speaking of acting, with the recent SAG and WGA strikes ending, you know, we got to see actors and writers stand together for fair compensation in a streaming world. So I was wondering if, you know, you thought there's anything musicians might be able to take from that, especially as they navigate, you know, Spotify demonetizing smaller artists.
Yeah.
Like, can musicians learn anything from what actors and writers just went through?
Totally. I mean, unfortunately, we're not part of a union. And I think that if we were, I think it would be a much easier thing to organize and strategize. But I think like everybody, I guess, in their own way can contribute to the creators that help them make these records by giving them a bigger percentage and just like compensating them on their own. It's really hard when you're an independent artist. You can't give people upfront like tons of money to help you write a song, but you can at least on the back end cut people in on it a bit more so that they're getting compensated as you are, but like a bit more than, because like streams don't amount to anything. It's like terrible. So but yeah, it would be nice if we could unionize and
You
like
hear that, guys?
it would be awesome, but it's like, God, it would be impossible.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we all did that on our own, it would help in the long term.
We're pro-union in this house.
Yeah, great.
We love that. Well, you know, we are always obsessed with your live show. That's why we're all here tonight. We made it out from all different parts of the country.
I know.
Can we maybe expect some more reunions for us Cassettes down the road sometime this year, a tour maybe?
Yeah, I definitely plan on doing something next year. I've got a couple of things I'm working on, both headlining and supporting in other bands. So
Awesome.
We'll see if those come to fruition. It's a different world touring after COVID. It's hard. It's financially it's pretty brutal. So when you see people on tour and they're sharing a band or whatever, it's like, it's because it's so expensive. So I'm going to try my best to make it happen. Genuinely love playing shows. I've been like in such a good mood the last week because I've just been like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to play shows. So I really am working on it. I really am.
Okay.
So.
Well, we cannot wait for when that happens.
Thank you.
And so that brings us to our last question, which as your street team, it's our job to, get you onto everybody's radar. So our question is, how do you want to see fans engaging with you and your music? Like what is working for musicians on the algorithm? Give your Cassettes like a call to action on how we can help boost our fave independent artists.
Yeah, I mean, I think like people love TikTok and people watch TikTok, especially other bands who are thinking of bringing people on tour. And just like saving videos goes a really long way. Saving a song on Spotify, people think, if they listen to it, it contributes a lot, which it helps, but it's like the saving part is really important. Sharing like on a TikTok video, sharing that video with other people, that's actually like data that we see. So it's just like all that kind of engagement. If you like something, say you like it,
Make it
comment
clear.
on it. Like, the engagement part is really important. So all of that.
Cool. So you heard it here first, folks. Cassadee wants us helping her on those metrics, give those likes, those saves, put some action on those posts.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we can't thank you enough for you giving us your time tonight. We're honored we got to pick your brain. And we can't wait for the show. So break a leg. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was so good to talk to you.
Yeah, of course.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
That wasn't your first interview.
That was my first interview.
Fucking awesome. You killed it.
Thank you so much. I was shaking the whole time.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. You
Thanks.
killed it.